Welcome to another broadcast of the Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Thursday mornings at 9:30 at the Lorain County Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and as always, you are invited to attend.
Good morning and welcome to the February 3rd meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. How nice it was to hear all the voices in the audience when we said the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you for coming. Madam Clerk?
Under Resolutions Number 1, Job and Family Services Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
There are no investments, appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
There are no advances or repayments, requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Under Travel Expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary for employees within the jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
Commissioners, at this time I'd like to request an immediate executive session to specifically talk about an issue of bargaining, which is allowed under the Sunshine Law. And I'm asking that we do that now, please.
Right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Commissioner, there are also a couple of litigation issues, and I know you have some extensive personnel issues to discuss later, but I would like to take those up now, too, in executive session.
We're getting sued, Jerry?
No, we're
okay.
we're suing.
We're doing the suing.
These are continuing issues from the previous
Okay.
board. I move that the Commissioners go into executive session for the purposes as outlined at this point in time.
Second.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
The Commissioners have reconvened from executive session.
Madam Clerk, I would like to call on Attorney Innes.
Thank you, Commissioner. As we discussed in executive session, the county needs to take some action to collect some monies owed to the county, so I would ask for a motion authorizing the prosecutor's office to initiate the necessary legal action to collect sums owed the county from Frank Klunder and Pamela Stiles.
So moved.
Second.
Further discussion? Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Number 10, for Lorain County Board of Commissioners meeting minutes and waive the reading of the same for January 10th, 13th, 20th, 2005.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Authorize the appointment of John Pearson as Lorain County Apiary Inspector for the year 2005. Compensation is established to the rate of $9.60 per hour with mileage reimbursement of 30 cents per mile. Funds have been appropriated in the general fund in the amount of $3,400 for fiscal year 2005, and he will do the southern part where Tim Baldo will be the northern part.
Is this $34,000 for the total Lorain County?
Yes.
3,400.
$3,400.
Yeah, thank you. Whoops.
I'm sure Tim likes the
Yeah,
$34,000
he
part,
liked that a lot better.
Oh, boy. Also move.
Second.
Further discussion? Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Decision on the annexation of approximately 526.361 acres, Wellington Township, and 37.006 acres, Huntington Township, to the Village of Wellington. Stephen Bond is the agent.
This is a quasi-judicial matter, as pointed out to us by our assistant prosecutor, who is our legal counsel. The first thing we can do is to deliberate this issue. We will take no public comment at this time since the hearing was held on January 10th and has been officially closed. the board members may have comments they wish to make, or Jerry, you may wish to outline the issue for us, and then we can comment as we go.
Just again to remind you that there are a number of factors and conditions that need to be met. Specifically, the controlling statute is Section 709.033 of the revised code. In Section A, under that, contains 6 specific issues that have to be met regarding the annexation petition. Among those are things that were discussed regarding it has to be for the good of the territory to be annexed. You have to balance the benefits to the area to be annexed compared to the detriment to the property within a half a mile of the area. The territory is not to be unreasonably large. And the 6th one is that no highway is to be divided or segmented to create a maintenance problem unless there is a maintenance agreement submitted to cover that situation. So those are the factors that you need to consider in making your decision.
Thank you, Mr. Innes. Commissioners, you have comments?
Yes, because we don't have an acceptable maintenance agreement for the 1,300 feet of Jones Road, and also even though I believe that the Metro Parks do a fantastic job, I don't think 500 acres annexing is necessary to put in bathroom facilities, so for those reasons I will be opposing the annexation.
I'd have to agree with my fellow commissioner, based on the size of the lot and also not having a maintenance agreement in a timely manner, I would have to vote against the annexation also. I'd like to propose a motion also, if we have no more discussion, to request the annex be rejected for failure to meet conditions set forth in section 709033A6, that they created a segmented road and did not deliver a maintenance agreement in a timely fashion.
Second.
Any further discussion? Mr. Kayla.
Commissioners, could I just clarify something on the record? After the January 10th hearing, a number of letters and things were received to the commissioners, and we received a complaint from the applicants that we were accepting evidence after the hearing had closed. That is a correct point. We are not, once the evidence is closed, you are not supposed to consider any new additional things. However, keep in mind, we had also indicated that at the close of the hearing that we did not have a maintenance agreement, and we had extended that courtesy to the petitioners to submit it subsequent. So the point that we're talking about, if we're going to close the evidence on the 10th, then we close the evidence at the 10th, and at the close of that evidence, we did not have a maintenance agreement submitted to us. So I wanted to clarify that position.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Thank you, Mr. Innes.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski.
Aye.
Ms. Blair.
Aye.
Under the Community Development Department, amend Resolution Number 04-452 adopted June 17, 2004, approving the Lorain County Urban League to provide fair housing services for Lorain County CDBG grant for fiscal year 2004 in the amount not to exceed $15,000. Said amendment will change the account 12604-2501-450101 and 12603-2501-450101 contract services to account 12604-2501-450413 fair housing.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Award contract to Minority Electric Company, Inc., Lorain, in the amount of $8,400, which includes a 10% contingency of $720 from Lorain County CDBG fiscal 2004 Emergency Home Repair Activity Account 12604-2501-450422 for Peggy A. New at 52596 Sperry Road in Vermillion. There were 3 bids received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications for a new front door and electrical upgrade.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Award various contracts to Dilly Door Company, Defiance, Ohio, for private owner rehabilitation assistance to be paid from account 22404-2601-450111, Lorain County's Community Housing Improvement Program, fiscal year 2005. 1. Sandra Hatfield at 1415 Lowell Street, Elyria Township, in the amount of $38,216.20, which includes a 10% contingency of $3,474.20 for repairs to exterior and interior of the residence, such as a roof, plumbing, electrical, and windows due to the presence of lead. And Deborah A. Lindsay at 4028 South Broadway, Sheffield Township, in the amount of $21,704.10, which also includes a 10% contingency of $1,973.10 for repairs to the exterior and interior of the residence, such as a furnace, plumbing, electrical, and windows due to the presence of lead.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, on these two items, there was only one bidder. Do we require 3 bids?
Mr. Twining?
We always try to get as many bids as possible, but because this is a CDBG grant, we have to follow the state procurement regulations. The reason we only received 1 bid on these two is because of the presence of lead. You have to be a state-certified lead remover. We have had over the last 3 years 4 different sessions with local contractors trying to help them get certified in Lorain County so that we would get a bigger pool. And more importantly, the Lorain County contractor qualified to bid on these lead removal projects. Those are the reasons why on these Dilly Door, and we've used them in the past, are probably the only bidder because they meet the qualifications, and it is a reasonable price based on the projections of the inspector that went into this premise.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that for
Sure.
me.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Reappoint various members to Lorain County Planning Commission effective February 3rd, 2005, expiring December 31st, 2008. Robert Demby and the alternate David Street, Ron Leone, and John Kiner.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Under the Emergency Management and Homeland Security, instruct the clerk to advertise for bids for 3 generators for Lorain County, Lorain, and Elyria City Health Departments. This notice will be published in the Chronicle Telegram on February 8th and 15th, and bids to be open at 2:30 p.m. on February 22nd in Commissioners' Back Conference Room.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Excuse me. Is this going to be grant money? It's, what, 3 generators at $42,000?
Yes, this is out of Homeland Security grant money.
Good.
How we arrange the grant money is that we do most of the procurement through the county on these type of issues, but there will be no general fund expenditures. We were fortunate enough to gain additional Homeland Security funding to buy generators and things like that.
Thank you.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Under Solid Waste Management District, award the tire contract for tire disposal to Liberty Tire Services of Ohio, LLC, for the year 2005, with options for years 2006 and 2007. The one-day collection cost is $174 per ton, and the permanent site is $120 per ton, to be paid from account 20201-5302-490803 Tire Open Dump Account. Only 1 bid received on January 24th.
Also moved.
Second?
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Authorize Lorain County Solid Waste Management District to continue the operation of its bulk and ballast recycling program for the year 2005 and to pay Environmental Recycling, Inc. in Bowling Green, Ohio, up to $25,000 to transport and recycle the materials collected. 6 proposals were received, this being the most responsive complying with specifications.
Also moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Billman, do you want to just talk about your 2 projects briefly? For the benefit of the viewing audience.
Dan Billman, Lorain County Solid Waste District Director. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
The tire program that you just voted on has been an ongoing program. It's been very well received by all communities. We have permanent sites in Grafton, Lorain, Elyria, North Ridgeville, and Elyria, and those sites are open all year long, which tends to keep the tires off the roadways, ditches, or fields, and so that program is very well received, and we're happy that we're going to continue it. The bulb and ballast recycling, that was started in 2002, and it has been a program that has been growing about 33% every year. It is an issue with the reason we collect them is because there's an issue of the mercury going into the landfills or being broken out on the streets or the lots, and then it getting into the waterway. So with this program, we've been able to collect over 100,000 bulbs plus. It's very well received by the commercial sector, businesses, and there's not a lot of programs that we have for the business sector. So this program is something that they can utilize, and they are utilizing it right along. So it's not costing us a whole lot of money to do it. We had to change the way we did it. We used to crush the bulbs. Now we are going to ship them whole. And within that structure, it's only going to cost us a few more dollars in order to do it according to EPA regs, which they changed the regs. That's why we had to change it, the way we're doing business with them. But again, I would recommend that we continue this program for years. So if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Thank you, Dan. I'd also like to note under board correspondence, since you were absent from last week's meeting, we gave you a little congratulations and you weren't here, but the letter is there that acknowledges that you have been elected president of the Ohio Association of Ohio Recyclers, so we extend our congratulations to you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Madam Clerk?
Workforce Development Agency, number 20, approve and enter into contract between the Ohio State University Research Foundation and Lorain County Workforce Development Agency to map and access resources for youth services in Lorain County at a cost of $13,995.50. Authorize Director at WDA to execute on behalf of the Board effective February 3rd, 2005, expiring June 30th, 2005.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Appoint and reappoint various members to Lorain County Workforce Investment Board effective February 3rd, 2005, expiring with staggered terms of June 30th, 2005, 06 and 07, and 24 members will be listed in the resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
You have a comment, Mr. Cordes?
I thought we were going to look for some additional names. Did we do that, or is that the list that I provided to the commissioners earlier in the
You're
week?
asking us?
I believe that's the list that was provided earlier.
I didn't put this on the agenda.
It's the same list that we've had, I believe. I don't think it included any different names.
Do we need additional people on the board?
Well, we need a balance, and I thought I indicated that in discussions off and on with the board. I would ask this matter be held until next week till we have
That's
have
fine.
a chance to communicate with you further.
I'll withdraw my motion.
Second.
Under the engineer, instruct the clerk to advertise for bids for the furnishing of highway department materials. This notice will be published in the Morning Journal on February 8th and 15th, and bids to be open at 2 p.m. on February 22nd in the Commissioners' back conference room.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Authorize 25% freeze-thaw load limit on various county roads in the Carlisle Township in accordance with ORC 5577.07 effective February 1st through May 1st, 2005.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Transferring the amount of $1 to Eden Township trustees, the following parcels in the township has been receiving mileage for these roads and maintaining them. 1, parcel number 11-00054-000-058 was purchased by ODOT in the name of the Lorain County Commissioners when 4-lane State Route 10 was constructed. The road bisected Archer Road and the land was purchased to construct a cul-de-sac on each side. Archer Road has always been a township maintained road and maintained cul-de-sac. And then parcel 11-00070-900-001 was purchased by ODOT in the name of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners when State Route 57 was widened from State Route 82 north. An access road was constructed on this property to service 2 houses on the east side of State Route 57. The Flint Ridge subdivisions were then constructed to the east and used this access road to State Route 57.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Under the sanitary engineer, approve the notice to proceed for construction of sewer improvement District 108 and 109.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Cortez, County Administrator?
At the end of the regular meeting, I'd like to move back into executive session. We have a new hire to discuss. We also need to continue the briefing on labor negotiations. And I believe have you finished your litigation?
I'm finished.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Mr. Ennis, Assistant County
I have no
Prosecutor?
further report.
Commissioners report.
Commissioner Kukowski?
Yes, the commissioners received a letter from Donald Pignatella regarding the wonderful care his father received at Golden Acres over the past 9 years. I'd like to just recognize those employees for a job well done. And secondly, I don't know if it was last week that Commissioner Blair had mentioned the closing of the Farm Service Agency in Lorain County. We just signed a letter hoping that they'll continue to try to stay in Lorain County. I'm hoping that they're not going to go to Medina. Sounds like they do like 2.5 times the business here in Lorain County, so I really hope that they stay in Lorain County and not move out. So those are the only 2 things I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Kayla?
Just like to say, it's been 1 month that we've been here, and it's really been a pleasure working with all the different departments. I've been really impressed by our Community Development Department and Ron Twining and the things Dan Billman's doing with the solid waste. And I hope you guys will help us as we keep going at this.
Thank you, Commissioner. And I would like to remind everybody that tomorrow is the meeting of the Lorain County Community Alliance to be held at the North Ridgeville Public Library, and we're going to have a presentation on the history of the local government fund and what we may or may not expect from the state with respect to its continuation. Also, Mayor John Piscura from Sheffield Lake is going to talk about his attendance at the Great Lakes Regional Collaboration, and we're going to have some reports and hope it'll be an informative session. We invite anybody who's interested to attend. Thank you.
Can I just segue into something I forgot?
You forgot something? Oh,
I think it was last week or the week before, we talked about the CCO newsletters and their websites and so forth. And this is for Elizabeth and our friends in the front row, Shirley. We're now linked to that website. We have the information for you. We said we would do that, and I just wanted to report back that that had been accomplished, and I'll give you the addresses after the meeting. And we'll have it put into our correspondence and the agenda so other people know where it's at. Okay?
Actually, it's on next week's agenda.
Excuse me?
It's on next week's agenda. I put it that there.
Well, it was handed to me when I came in the meeing this morning, so what's on next week?
I put that website for next week's on.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
CCAO website. I'm going to do it this week. There's no clerk's report. Board correspondence?
I move the reading be waived.
Second?
Discussion. Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Public comment?
Anyone from the audience wishing to speak, please come to the microphone and state your name. Don't all rush.
Knew we weren't going to get away that easy.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
David
David.
Hurst Oberlin. I'll just mention something that was waived in the reading of the board correspondence and remind folks that number 8 on your list is pretty important. There will be public hearings on Lorain County transit route modifications before the next Commissioners meeting on Tuesday, February 8th at 2 o'clock in this room, at 5:30 at the Lorain Public Library. There will also be forums on transit and transportation in Lorain County, and I appreciate getting a notice of that from the new commissioners on new stationery of unusual colors and things like that. Those forums will be Wednesday, February 23rd and Thursday, February 24th over at Spitzer Conference Center. But so there'll be more. No, it won't?
Oh, they will be, but they're invite only.
Which ones, Jim?
The
Clarify,
forums.
please.
Excuse me.
Forums are invite only. These are focus forums that we're setting up with various members of the community, so they're invite and RSVP. The public hearings are open to the general public, but the forums are closed.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry for that.
And-
But it is reflected, the forums themselves are reflected in the board correspondence, so I'm not too far out of line.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I apologize for that, and I'm not trying to chastise you.
No.
Anybody watching, if you're not on the list and you show up, you will not be allowed in.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
And thank you for acknowledging our new station area, which was designed downstairs in our office services division. It's very handsome. Thank you.
It is indeed. Thank you.
Shirley?
Shirley R. Johnson Oberlin. I don't like to let you get away too early. Before the new commissioners were on board, I raised some questions here about the kind of training they would be getting in both in the open meeting and open documents law. I don't expect an answer today, but I just want to say that sometime I will be asking them, and I think it would be nice for the public to know how much of that was included in their training down in Columbus by the commissioners or state organization, and how much was received locally, because I'd be glad to supplement it if they need any more.
Thank you, Shirley.
Shirley, I was just reading about the new bill that's before the House, and I'm not sure if you're aware of it, House Bill 9.
Yes.
Which appears to be extending that law and putting some teeth into it. So if you need some information on that, which I doubt you do, I have it here for you.
Thank you very much. No, I have seen that. I've been sort of following it. I haven't read the whole bill, and I should. But it only applies to public documents aspect, and I hope that it will extend to how meetings are conducted and other kinds of things that people who are appointed to public office as well as elected should know. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Thank you for coming. We don't need another motion to continue our executive session, do we, Jerry? Since we didn't really conclude it.
Oh, I would go ahead and do that.
All right, also move that we continue our executive session for the purposes outlined originally and those continuing.
I second.
Ms. Blair?
Aye.
Ms. Kukowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Thursday mornings at 9:30 at the Lorain County Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and as always, you are invited to attend.